Hello, wonderful traders. Dadas here with another daily recap video. Dadas Trading Room and on Discord, and Dadas Trading System on Discord and on Patreon. I would like to tell you a little bit about my day today. It was a pretty good day, pretty dynamic day, both from the market side and my side. I had a lot of work to do, basically a lot of programming and a lot of figuring out some problems with also with my expert advisor. The market was very volatile today. I mean, we can see that uh, it made a very good daily range of 437 pips. So pretty big one. But on the other hand, it was also very volatile in the sense that it was going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and basically not really making new lows or new highs, more like consolidating, but in a big range. So the movements were very volatile. What did I trade? I traded a couple of trades. Basically, I traded just two good trades. The other ones here are very small ones. So you see zero point 0.1 lot and very quick ones. These trades were made because I was working on one expert advisor and I was trying to make something work, which I wasn't able to do. But I mean, it was working in the sense that it was beginning to do its function when I wanted it to begin, but when I wanted it to end, it just failed to end, and I didn't solve that problem. But basically, that expert advisor won't be needed anymore because it was an expert advisor called Keep Session Alive, which was basically doing something very funny. I mean, it was placing a buy limit order at tick size price. So, like with DAX, it was at 0.01, right? Euros. So, and every 29 seconds, it was modifying this order from 0.01 to 0.02 and then back to 0.01 and so on after every 29 seconds. So basically, why do we say that this is dangerous and brokers don't like it? Well, because basically if you calculate and let's say you would leave that expert advisor running for a whole 24 hours, you would send about 2,900, yeah, 2,979 requests, or yeah, requests to the broker server. So each of these requests has to be answered. So basically, we are generating a lot of traffic on the broker server, and basically most brokers don't like it. Even though I remember seeing one broker who said that they allow, I think, 2,500 requests per day. But I'm not exactly sure if it was 2,500 or 4,000. But I would rather say it was the lower value of those two. Anyways, so before even applying this expert advisor, I would advise you to consult your broker if the broker allows for something like that. If not, then it's not advisable to use it. And that's why I was trying to limit the number of requests by only setting up a certain periods. But the expert advisor has this strange loop that is simply you can't do anything while in that loop, because while you are in that loop, the the code outside the loop is not being executed. So, and when yeah, so there's basically no way to stop it other than by removing the expert advisor from the chart. Okay, so yeah, so anyway, looking at my trades, these two trades, well, for some reason I didn't post the second trade. I was probably too busy, but I did post the yeah, I did post the first trade. I think it's right there. Yeah, that was that was today. So I did post my first trade. My first trade was like this. I made a measurement. Was that the one? Let's see. No, that wasn't the one. That was something I made a measurement. I just wanted to show the situation because I wasn't able to trade at that moment. I just saw the situation. I measured it and I showed it, right? Um, you see, I made the measurement right there between these two, yeah, and then yeah, the potential trade right there. But the trade was right here. So the trade was right here. See, there was a measurement between this one and this one, and then the trade was taken on the break, and it was like this right here. So you see that there was a signal. There was a very good signal on retest and comeback. So there was a signal, and I got in right there. And basically, what happened here is that again, my expert advisor didn't. My expert advisor failed to do the trailing stop thing because the trailing stop should have been there, but it did trigger the virtual take profit right there. And right now the configurations have changed a little bit. That's why the because my stop loss is now further away, so this line wasn't representative, this take profit level, and I've already changed it. Now it's so the next week is going to be more representative. Anyway, I was wondering what the hell was going on because it triggered this one, but it didn't trigger the trailing stop right there. And this one was also a trailing stop, only on a different condition. So I inspected my code again, and I found something which might have been the reason for this thing. And I figured out I would modify the code in such a way that it has a big probability of preventing such situations. In other words, uh, I've introduced something like auto break even trail on box 3 minimum points. So in other words, if we first there is this mechanism auto break even trail on box 3, and if it doesn't trigger, if it returns false, then it will try to do this. I mean, provided that we insert some kind of a number here, like let's say 500, which means 5 pips. So then then if the price is 5 pips away from the order price in profit, then it's gonna try again to execute the trading stop, and it's gonna, well, basically it gives us mm, it gives it's like this mechanism now is much more aggressive because I had something there which used to be once advised, but now it seems to be that it was only causing such such unwanted actions when the market is so volatile and moving so rapidly. Because I had a sleep command, it was sleep 500 milliseconds, and that's why that's most probably why that the break-even trail stop wasn't triggered, because on a volatile market like that, 500 milliseconds is a lot of time. It's really a lot of time. So it's possible that simply it's a runaway train and then it doesn't get triggered. But now I've cancelled that and given it another mechanism, and I've also tested it on another account, and it was working. So everything seems to be fine. We're gonna do more tests next week. Now, as far as this short, for some reason I failed to post it, so I don't have it anywhere. And as for those other little trades, these lots of small trades, like three, but some of them are even very nice, like this one, almost 8 pips, this one 5 pips, there are two more here, this one almost 8 pips. All of those trades were made at in a minimum lot on a fast moving market, because I was then working on that expert advisor, that session, that keep session alive, and I had to test some things. I mean, even if I had losses there, those losses wouldn't be great. They would be very minimum, but still I had all of them in plus, and you can see them right there. You can see those trades right there. How I was taking them. Some of them I was trading stop. Others I was just simply like, this one was trailed stop manually. This one was trailed stop manually. This one was closed manually. This one was closed manually. This one was also closed manually. And I think the next one is right there, also closed manually. No, this one was trailed. You see, the trailing stop is right there. This one was trailed and closed by trailing stop. Okay, anyway, the idea there was just to take any profit in order to test something, if the expert would be doing what I wanted it to do, but it wasn't doing it. Anyways, right now I'm planning to talk to my broker if well, that on Monday. That on Monday I'll be talking to my broker if he will allow that expert advisor to work on my account, and I will be further testing my normal actions of my expert advisor. Now here you can see how big the volatility was today. I made a picture, 82 pips on the M15 and 25 pips on M1. And at one point I even saw 99 pips right here on the ATR on M15. Now that's really crazy. I mean, you gotta be careful. Okay, now another thing I'd like to tell you is that I want to invite everybody to my Discord server. I mean, this Discord server is not dedicated only for those who know what they're doing. It's basically dedicated to new people who want to learn to this type of trading, who are interested in trading CFDs, CFDs, and all kinds of other these types of financial instruments, leverage, non-leverage. I can tell you a lot about. Just all I'm saying is that become my Patreon, become my patron at $17 per month, and you will be granted access to my special patrons only channel. There you can ask me questions, whatever questions you want. You can give me topics. I will record videos, even the most simple ones, the most basic ones about markets, about how trading works, how leverage trading works, how non-leverage trading works, and you can then choose. I will make those videos on request. I will even code you some simple indicators in MQL4, maybe even MQL5. So yeah, if you become my patron, of course. So I invite you. The link to my Patreon channel is below. And even if you don't want to become my patron, then still please join my Discord server here. I am streaming live practically every day. Well, despite some technical issues from time to time, and I'm trying my best. I've noticed something strange about Discord and Windows, how it's behaving, but yeah, I think I know how to. Well, I need to restart my computer, and then it suddenly becomes better. Okay, anyway, so yeah. Also, please like and subscribe, on my YouTube channel because it's also a pretty important thing. And yeah, and then see you. Have a nice weekend. See you next week. And yeah, goodbye. Have a nice one.